this shit so many times and shown y'all this slide so many times, but I'm not gonna motherfucking stop till you get the shit right. Till you get it in. Now listen to the story again. They say the Father and the Son are one, and I'm gonna show you in the next slide. But let me break this shit down, right? Let me give y'all the story. The PTOLemies came into Egypt, right, during about 4th, 3rd century BC, aka before Christ, aka before they created motherfucking Christianity. Now, the PTOLemies, this is Ptolemy the First. He took Osiris in the Apis. No, first he took Osiris in the Apis bull in Egypt, and he created the Osiris deity, right? And he forced the black Egyptians, okay, to worship this deity. And this deity eventually evolved and became Serapis, okay? And what happened was this deity, as you can see right here, Osiris, all right, was manifested and made physical 751 years later after its creation at the Council of Ephesus, which I'm going to go into. And you can thank Walter Williams for this research. Now, with that being said, Ptolemy's grandson, which would be Ptolemy III, created what you would call the first church. Because you had Serapis, which was a deity that was being forced within the consciousness, into the consciousness of the Egyptians to replace Osiris, okay? But they had no place where they can actually make the Egyptians go to worship this deity. And so Ptolemy's grandson, which would be Ptolemy III, created the Dionysian temple and the Serapeum temple, which were places of worship for this bullshit ass, ugly ass image that you see. And so Ptolemy the fifth, which would be Ptolemy the First's, great grandson, took it one step further. He said, I want to be a deity too. And so he turned himself into the physical Christ figure, which would be the physical version of what his great-great-grandfather turned himself into, which would be the spiritual figure. And so Ptolemy V created the Eucharist ritual. And the Eucharist ritual is the day of communion process that I showed you earlier, where you eat the flesh and drink the blood. And so what happened was Ptolemy said, fuck that, I'm replacing y'all's spiritual deity. Ptolemy III said, fuck that, I'm creating a Serapeum temple and other temples alike to make y'all go worship the spiritual deity of my grandfather. And then Ptolemy V said, fuck that, I want to be a spiritual deity in the flesh, and I'm going to force the Egyptians to partake in the Eucharist process, aka the cannibalist process, in regards to remembering me. And so what Ptolemy V did was he made Egyptians partake in the cannibalistic, ritualistic Eucharist process at certain times of the day, and if they didn't, he would kill them. And if they did, he let them live. And so what happened was, throughout the years, okay, as they were breeding this artificial ass religion into existence, motherfucking Serapis became Christos. And Christos eventually went on to become Yeshua in Hebrew, Isa in Arabic, Jesus in Latin, Jesus in Latin, and then Jesus in English. And so, if you a Hebrew dumbass, Yiddish speaking ass nigga, if you a Islamic Arabic dumbass, Arabic speaking ass nigga, if you a Latino motherfucking Spanish Jesus believing ass nigga, or an English speaking dumbass Jesus believing ass nigga, what you don't believe, what you don't understand is your Spanish or your white Jesus, your Arabic or your motherfucking Islamic Jesus, or your Hebrew, Jewish, or black nigga Jewish Jesus is nobody other than the fucking Ptolemies, you asshole. So let me fucking drill this in your fucking head again. Jesus Christ is fucking Serapis. Whether you want to call him Yeshua, Isa, Jesus, Jesus. Whether you're Hebrew, Muslim, Spanish, or you motherfucking speak English. Okay? All of your Christ figures and whatever image that you want it to be are no more than remanifested versions of Serapis. And Serapis is a fictitiously deified version of Ptolemy. So if you worship Jesus, you worship fucking Ptolemy. Period. There is no way around that. And so let me keep this shit moving now. The Father and the Son are really the Ptolemy's part 2. And so what happened is you got Serapis, which is the Heavenly Father, and then you have Ptolemy the Fifth, which is the begotten Son of the Heavenly Father in religious format. And then when you look at God and Jesus, you got the same thing. You got the Heavenly Father up here, you see God, and then you see his only begotten Son. So you got Serapis, Ptolemy, fucking Jesus. You assholes. So this is Ptolemy and his grandson. Serapis, aka Ptolemy, and his grandson. And so you have to be able to make that connection. And once again, I want to thank Walter Williams for this motherfucking unrefutable research. Okay? Period. Let's keep it moving. The Council of Nicaea versus the